Welcome back, everyone. We're here with another run. This time, Pokemon Pearl any percent Mainpless by Konception. Take it away.
Oh, hi, hey everyone. I wish I could be there in Chicago with y'all, but yeah, had to a lot of unexpected travel come up in the past couple months, so finances got a little tough. But you know what? Let me, before we get started, get my chat up because I want to be able to see all y'all's wonderful comments if you have them, and then we'll be getting right started here. If you're watching on the channel and you don't know what any percent Mainpless is, so we're going to be doing any percent here, which is a very quick run in terms of other Pokemon runs. But we're going to be doing it Mainpless, so no Manips. That means we're not going to manipulate the RNG in any way. We're just going to be honestly just trying our best. That's all you can really do here. So that's what we're going to be doing. All right, and we're going to start on the DS screen. Going to get us counted down here. Just getting the chat up so I can see all y'all. And there we go. So I believe it's right. It's time. So let's just jump right into it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh.
All right, yeah, we start right from the DS screen because the little white screen load in here. We got to go right into it. So yeah, this is Pokemon Pearl. For this any percent Mainpless run here, you can use Diamond or Pearl. There's not really too much of a difference version wise. I use Pearl because that is the cart I have, and it is expensive to get another one. So that's the one I'm gonna use. Hope that's all right with y'all. Here we have what I like to affectionately call probably one of the most annoying opening screens to deal with, where you have to, it really wants you to feel that you can use touch controls. We promise. So it really wants you to do that. But here we go. As most Pokemon runs go, you want to play as the girl because it's ever so slightly faster. Did I have an incentive for this? Actually, I forgot to ask. I forgot. I'll let us check that out real quick. Oh yeah.
No, we did actually have a donation.
I got it on my end in case, but.
We had the trainer. His name is Leafeon.
Oh yeah.
It's coming. I can barely hear you. Can you say that a little louder?
So that's your fault.
Oh, of course it is. That's just the right answer.
Catch you back
That's what it is. Leafeon. And now you all get to see how terrible I am at typing on the DS screen. I cannot hit F. I'm just gonna use this here. E-O-N. Hey, I got there. And do we got rival name too?
We do not have the rival name.
Okay, let's see. We're gonna make one up. Let's just call it.
We'll do a Glaceon.
Oh yeah, I love that. Well done, well done.
Oh wait, just a second. We have a donation coming.
Okay.
5 donation coming.
1 donation coming right up.
Oh, apparently also it's Leafeon.
Oh, right. I love
so
maximum amounts of confusion. Oh my god, I cannot type on a screen. All right, Leafeon versus Leafeon. We love it. All right, we got there.
There we go. We got there. And you're not gonna guess what the Chimchar name's gonna be.
Oh, I couldn't possibly fathom a guess as to what it's gonna be, to be honest. So I'm excited in a few minutes when we're all gonna find that out live together.
Yeah.
But if you want to swap that, if you're in the chat and you wanna tilt the scales in your favor with a name, go ahead and donate. Actually, just put the exclamation point donate in the chat, and you can get whatever name you want, I'm sure, for a reasonable price.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna, as always, change some options and get moving here in this speed walk of sorts. So yeah, this is any percent. This is one of the faster any percents that you can do in most of Pokemon speedrunning, to be fair, unless you count, the Gen 1's got that no save corruption, or just straight up any percent, which is like a minute. But in terms of actually playing the game a little bit, this is a pretty fast any percent category, as you can see by the estimate, and we'll get into a little bit why that is coming up here. But for now, we're gonna play the game quote unquote as intended. We gotta get through all the stuff that we need to get through. Leafeon bumping Leafeon. All right, get upstairs. But in the any percent category, by the way, we are still going to get to the Hall of Fame. Now, does that mean that we're going to necessarily fight the Elite Four and the champion? You'll have to be the judge of that when we get there, but we're going to be doing some unique stuff here.
And like Konception said at the beginning as well, like this is no Manips. So a lot of the games from Gen 1 through 4, or even Gen 1 through 5, they have a thing called RNG manipulation, which is basically where you can be able to manipulate the stats of like your starter, grassing, anything like that. So for this one, when it says Manipless, that means, and this is where I come in because I genuinely just hate Manips in general. So I've just kind of been a Manipless runner, and because you have to do a certain frame at the beginning, you have to do different things like that. So it's also to be able to do this is probably the easiest run to get into as Pokemon speedrunner. 100%.
Yes. I couldn't agree more. I learned this in a couple hours, maybe. Yeah. Learn it in a couple hours, maybe. And then it's all about, like any good Pokemon is, grinding for some good RNG to get that really good time. So yeah, this is a really accessible run. If you're trying to get into a Pokemon run, you wanna start off with something a little bit easier to grasp. Yeah. All right, Chimchar is who it's gonna be. That is just the fastest option, though. In any percent Manipless, you really could go with any option, and they're gonna be somewhat close. Yeah, but Chimchar is still fastest.
Yeah.
All right, so we got the male Starly here. Let's see what we got Chimchar stat-wise. All right, male Chimchar. All right, so optimally here, we want to defeat this Starly in 2 scratches. That's either a low roll or my attack's not great. Doesn't matter because I got growled anyways. So this is gonna be at minimum a 3-shot. And let's see, we'll growl again. I think we could still fight from here. But yeah, part of what makes this run so exciting for me is that everyone is different. I don't know what stats my Chimchar is gonna be. I could have the worst Chimchar in the world, and we're just gonna find out together. So. We got through. We fight this Starly. We have to do some cleanup here. Where we have to go back, and then we have to do some walking through. And in an 80% Manipless category, we alluded to it a little bit before. We manip the Chimchar stats. We manip that first encounter. We manip the grass encounter so that we don't get anything by walking on very specific paths and pressing specific buttons on specific frames to make sure that we get the exact same RNG each time. You even have to set the clock to a very specific time in your DS, so it's a lot of very specific stuff. It's really cool to see when it's executed well, but it is very difficult to do. I mentioned it very briefly up at the top. We do change our settings. If you're somebody who watches Pokemon speedruns, this probably is not new to you. We turn off battle animations. We make the text go a little bit faster. We're using a DS, so I elect to put on L = A, so I have another button that I can use for mashing. Because this game does have a lot of mashing, more so than some other Pokemon runs, because you got to mash during battles a little bit to potentially speed up some stuff.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Diamond and Pearl, they are I don't know if this is actually true, but this is how I feel, that this is probably the slowest text speed out of like any Pokemon. You kind of just have to be able to master it, and having L = A really helps a lot. Be able to do the different things. So yeah, so it's really important that you have as many mashing options as possible.
Yes. Yeah, otherwise, if you're using B and A too, you're gonna have your hands on the same side of the DS, and that just gets awkward. It just gets awkward.
It does.
No encounters. Love to see that.
Nice.
Let's wrap up the Chimchar nickname, because that's gonna be here in a second.
Let me make sure. So it is wrapped up.
Okay.
And can you guess what it is?
I hope it's Leafeon.
It's Leafeon!
Let's go! That's a different Pokemon game, but we're gonna still nickname our Chimchar Leafeon here. Thank you for donating. and being passionate about a very good evolution. Love it.
Yes.
All right, and you get to see me type it again, which, as you can guess,
It's not
is
gonna
met
be
with
good.
mixed success. Definitely the hardest part of the run for me, doing that. All right, Leafeon with Leafeon, getting ready to fight Leafeon not
Yes.
too long from now. All right, so after we mashed through some text here with Professor Elm, yes, sorry, my Pokemon lore is somewhat questionable.
Professor Owen, yes.
Yeah. Rowan, sorry, this is Rowan. My bad. Anyways, after we wrap up this conversation, Lucas here is going to show us around the town a little bit and drops us off right in front of a Pokemon Mart where we're going to pick up a few key items that are going to get us through a little bit faster as opposed to having to stop at a bunch of Pokemon centers and hope for the best. So, Professor Rowan Atkinson, very good.
Nice.
Professor Bean, if you will. All right, so little tour. And then here, we're gonna get dropped off here. What I'm gonna end up buying in the shop is gonna be 8 potions, a paralyzed heal, and an antidote. There's a little, you can go with a few different options in the shop here. I like to diversify here my what I have available to me, just because we can, in a Manipulous run, as you can imagine, we can see a lot of different things. So I want to be able to have my bases covered as much as I possibly can. So we're gonna get 8 potions, an antidote. Actually, I could get 2 paralyzed heals, which I am gonna do here.
Okay.
That is because there are 2 key moments that I can think of, and there's probably 1 or 2 more that paralyzed can really take us down.
Yes.
But having 2 is good there. And then there's another antidote that I can pick up later on for free, so don't have to worry about it. Dodging the grass here. Don't have to walk in it. We do have to go back home and check in with Mom, as any good Pokemon trainer should do. Can't just abandon your mom. You gotta do it. Though I would expect that since this mom named their child Leafeon, they're probably a big Pokemon fan themselves, and they probably get it. But you know. And then we're gonna see our rival Leafeon's mom. Also, like, do you think? I'm gonna guess that we and our rival are roughly the same age. So, like, I'm interested in this hidden lore since we're both nicknamed Leafeon. Like, who was born first, and like, was the other parents mad that they named their child the same thing in this town where there's like 3 kids total? Asking the big questions here.
Exactly.
All right. So we're gonna head back up here. We're gonna be at the mercy of the grass once again. Yeah, not Manipulous, so I'm just gonna see what ends up happening here.
Exactly. That's the fun of Manipulous, is you can get random encounters.
Hey, there's my first encounter here. If I do get an encounter going through this route, I do prefer getting it the second time through as opposed to the first time through.
Yeah.
Usually in a regular run, because at this point my Chimchar normally would be nicknamed one character. Of course, now we are Leafeon, so nothing
Yes.
matters. But here we are. And then now we get the classic, the undeniable, the
Classic
unmistakable.
Catching tutorial.
Yes. Now, what is unfortunate about this one is that you can't just set it and forget it like you can with some other catching tutorials. There is a little bit of mashing that has to go through here. As we mentioned, there's a little bit of mashing. This particular generation moves things a little bit slower. And like, you're gonna see here when the rival Turtwig here uses an attack, you can see how slow that health bar moves, right? But mashing a little bit during that health bar just speeds things up ever so slightly, just enough to matter. So we do a little bit of mashing.
That works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish I could just sit down, stretch my arms, maybe get a drink, use the bathroom.
Exactly.
No, don't have that luxury. It's a hard life we live as a Gen 4 and 8% Manipulous. All right, finally over. And we're right after this, we got a little bit of grass to run through, so we might hit an encounter. But no word of a lie, we're about to fight what I consider to be the scariest trainer in this run.
Oh, 100% it is.
Yep. So I will be saving before this level 5 Starly that I'm about to fight. And that might sound ridiculous to you, but it's real. It's absolutely real.
Oh, true. True. Gavin said something. Someone donates $27.35. We can reach the ultimate funny number. Come on, y'all.
$27.35. That's reasonable. That's reasonable.
Too.
And if someone out
exactly.
there would rather donate $2,735, like I won't complain either. So it's all for the cause.
Exactly. It's all for the cause.
So yes, as we talked about, this is going to be a level 5 Starly, and that's it. But that level 5 is the same level we are roughly, so it becomes difficult. Part of you wishes you just keep getting Growl, because then you're not going to have to heal a bunch, so that's nice. But if you keep getting Growled, then it's going to take forever to defeat Starly. So I have two sides of the same brain here. A crit there is very good, so I do like to see that. Good start. Give me another crit, and let's just call this a day. Couldn't be that lucky. But I'm not getting attacked yet, which is something. That is good, but Growl does slow things down in this fight. All right, looks like we're gonna get out unscathed. Let's go. All right. Whew. Got through the run killer. So next trainer we're gonna fight here is gonna have a couple Bidoofs. We're gonna fight the first one, very similar manner, just using some scratches. After the first Bidoof, we're gonna level up once again. Level 7 will be given Ember. Now usually here, I'm used to having less health, which, you know, in a marathon run, it's not good to it's not bad to have more health, so I'm not complaining. But I would be considering using some Blaze strats here if I had the ability to do so. That, of course, being once my health is at 1/3 or below, any fire type move, because that is the type that Chimchar is, would do extra damage, which could make some fights go a little bit faster by a turn or two if we had the ability. But because my health is so high, probably not going to happen. Would be shocked. And I am thankful that it's not that kind of run, by the way. Yeah, I love some moderate amounts of consistency in my speedrun when I can get it. Oh, that's an interesting question. I guess we'll get into that in about a few more minutes when we get into what essentially makes this game a randomizer, or this run a randomizer rather. All right, so it took a little path there just to hopefully optimize, make it so I walk through less grass, so I hit less encounters there. A little bit out of the way, but I'm trying not to hit encounters. That's the whole goal. All right, so we got Shinx here. Usually not consequential. This is a Pokemon that when you're in Blaze, you can, and also of course depending on your stats, which is obviously random and Manipulous, can take 2 turns, can take 3 turns. Just depends what you have available. This is definitely going to take 3 turns. But, safety and more health. I do like that. Alright, my health is in an interesting spot here. I'm gonna play it super duper. Wait, we level up here, right? Let me see what my health is. 12? I'm gonna not heal yet. Not heal yet. That's a little risky. A little bit risky. Mainly if I get crit. Boy, it's a Pokemon run. Why? Like, of course I should heal. I'm gonna heal. I'm weak. I think this is the only encounter I hit in this route. I think, which is pretty good. Pretty sure, anyways. All right, so little dialogue here, and then we're gonna go in this little schoolhouse, for lack of a better term, little training area for new trainers. We're gonna see Leafeon, and Leafeon's gonna say hi, Leafeon, and I'm gonna say hi, Leafeon back. I am gonna heal up. I just can't. I can't risk it. Not on this big of a stage. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go.
Definitely the right play for a marathon run. Getting crit here means going all the way back to on, and more importantly, getting more random encounters on the way back. So,
yeah,
very good time.
No, definitely did not want to embarrass myself like that. So, We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna fight these 2 trainers that are in this little blue carpet square on the right here. They both have Abras that are both gonna use hidden power. That's gonna be their thing. Once we defeat both trainers, we are gonna get hidden power ourselves, and that is where the random section of this run really comes in. So,
basically, for this one, like for hidden power, normally for the 80% monk, the German second for 80% monk, they manip a specific hidden power. I'm not exactly remember what that is, but they manip a specific hidden power that will help them throughout the run. Oh, it's grass. And in the Manipless, we kind of just do whatever. So we use hidden power if it's available and it's something good. Otherwise, we just don't even use it in the minute.
Yep. And of course, in natural Pokemon run progression, because I chose to heal, I got a crit and it didn't matter. Because I probably would have healed out on this before this trainer fight anyway, because I would have been really low health. But, you know, now it saves me a heal here, so ultimately didn't lose time, but... second Amber here. Same as the first, more or less.
Yeah, I think they just have like slightly different natures, but they're basically the same Pokemon.
Yeah, and we're basically going to run with the same overall strategy here, which is I would have done double scratch here. I'm going to, based off of this health here, I'm pretty comfortable with Ember, which just saves me like 2 letters of text, so optimal. we did it. I'm guessing we hit the funny number then, donation-wise. Somebody said we did it.
Yes,
do it, yeah.
We did do it. We're trying to get it up to be able to get the right donation.
Yeah, we'll be able to read them.
We'll be able to read it.
No worries, no worries. We got time. All right, so we got hidden power here. I will teach that. Might as well just get it out of the way. So we want to teach it before the next fight. So there's a few different moves that you can teach over for hidden power here. The safest, in my opinion, for a marathon run is to just teach over scratch. Kind of seems a little bit counterintuitive, but we do like taunt. Potentially, if our hidden power is bad for one gym fight later on, can make things ever so slightly more safe. I should have went one more tile to the right there, but that's fine.
Yeah, and the way the way we figure out hidden power in the Manipless run is basically we just try it on different mons to be able to know, okay, it's not this typing, not this typing. You kind of just have to narrow it down and see which kind of typing it is.
Yep, and how I do that is I have a little table that I look at, and then I just start trying to figure it out. It's like that meme with that person with all the calculus and numbers around. That's what I'm doing in these first 2 fights, starting with our rival Leafeon here. Oops.
Yeah, there's a lot of options to fight certain Pokemon to give you that information, so it ends up working out pretty well.
Yeah.
Does slow it down a little bit, but yes, of course. Yeah, we have time. Go for it.
Yes. I'll squeeze in like 1 or 2 before the rival fight. So we have a huge $100 donation from Etiquette. Etiquette said we can't let Leafeon win, which I don't know. Maybe there's some Leafeon believers that disagree, or maybe some other Leafeon haters that also agree. Feel free to voice off in the donations. Thank you so much, Etiquette, for the support.
Yes, thank you so much. That's wonderful.
We also have one more from Keys Chief, which is Keys in-person dono plus Edgy dono equal more Leafeon. So thank you, Keys Chief. Appreciate that. Now it's time for the rival fight, so go ahead.
Yeah, I was just thinking if Etta meant you can't let Leafeon win, so I shouldn't win, or the rival shouldn't win, or my Chimchar shouldn't win, but we're gonna figure it out slowly.
The answer is
all right, so not very effective. Could be good for us. Could be good for us, because this could be grass.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
This could be grass, which would save us.
It's like testing my type chart knowledge. I'm like, okay, it could be grass, it could be not ground, we know that.
Yep, not ground. I
What else
believe if my table that I crafted myself is correct with my limited knowledge, it can only be bugger grass right now. I think so, but I could be mistaken. I got a panel of experts over there in Chicago who can correct me.
Yeah, totally has some experts.
Anyone know the answer?
All right,
not
let's see.
very effective on Starlight. What is that?
Ooh, it's grass, baby. It's grass.
Grass?
Grass bug.
All right.
It's grass. Let's go.
Okay, hold on.
I got the best one.
It-
Even on the minute.
Whoa. Take it
Easy.
easy there. Alright, so the only downside here is that it's pretty weak grass. Normally you
Yeah.
see a lot more damage on there. Hidden power can be anywhere from 30 to 70 power in this gen, so looks like we're on the lower side, but it's still a very useful type to have and gives us good coverage against the rock type gym leader coming up too.
Yes. Now, if I were going for a like a PB attempt here, say, I could play super duper risky and skip a bunch of trainers. But we are in a marathon run, so I'm gonna still opt to do a little bit of extra experience because it would be a mistake not to. I really don't want to throw away the run just because I'm feeling overly confident that I got grass. So we're still gonna play it on a little bit of the safe side. But if I were doing a PB attempt, I might risk some stuff here.
Yeah, the only way you'd actually be safe to go for it is if you basically just had the manip gym chart you normally get, which means like max power hitting grass, really high speed, and good enough special attack to make it worthwhile. But the odds of all that happening without manip are not possible.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nothing makes it extremely worth it. But we're gonna fight a couple trainers here just to make things go pretty well. And those trainer fights themselves will just be naturally faster. The alternatives, by the way, oh my gosh, I cannot move. Since I taught over Scratch, say my hidden power was trash. Say it was something that was not useful whatsoever. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head, like poison. Poison would not be great. The only options I would have to deal damage against rock ground types would be a poison move and a fire move. As you can imagine, would not be great. Would not be feeling very good about that. So even though I am gonna elect to fight a few extra trainers here, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the center now. It's probably questionable to take it now or after, but I'm gonna just take it now.
Yeah.
So those fights, even though I am going to take a few extra, are going to go a little bit faster. That's my whole point.
While we do these bonus fights, I plug some incentives and distributions.
Yes, please go for it.
Cool. So coming up, we have the Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire race. There's a lot of incentives for that, and also a lot of money pumped into that. So there's probably a lot of options for that. Let's look at Leafeon Sucks and Leafeon. Let's see here. Leafeon Sucks and Leafeon for Kyogre. For Latias, there's Leafeon Sucks, Leafeon, and Latas. And there's like 5 of them. So if you want to pitch into that, definitely check it out. There's also a lot of other runs coming up. You can use some Polo incentives and Emerald incentives. We got a bonus XD run tomorrow. It's going to be great. And then we also have 2 donations.
Yeah, get those out here.
Yeah, we have 2 donations from iRockThis. First being $5 and the $27.35 to get us to the ultimate meme number. And they both said the same comment both times, which is the Twitter copy pasta. Twitter implements a new policy to limit visibility of and permanently ban accounts who post duplicative or copy pasta tweets. This includes identical or near identical content tweeted by an individual account or many accounts. Multiply that by 2 and that was it. Thank you, Rob.
I do, yeah, multiply that by 2. I do like how this Twitter copy pasta thing has very much fitness Grand Pacer test energy, right? It very much does. All right, so we're taking out this Machop. This Machop is kind of the reason why I wanted to heal. Could be a little interesting. Could get crit. If I had gotten crit with my health, probably would have died. So I'm not trying to throw.
I should remember this, but that one also has guts, right? Is that the other one?
I believe so. I wish I knew for sure,
At one
but
point
I
I
don't.
knew this. I might be mixing up with platinum.
Yes, I
all
trust
the shots I've
your
got.
I trust your knowledge way more than my own. So if you say it, I believe you. Absolutely believe
Gen
it.
4 has this thing where every Pokemon has a hero slot ability, so if you trainers have a Machop, they all have the same ability, no matter which Machop you fight and where trainer they are. And in Plat, that 0 ability is Guts. So it means, Guts just means if you burn it, you take more damage.
Yo, remember when I was getting good luck with encounters and then I entered the Warbird mine? And then I've gotten like 17 Geodudes and a couple Zubats?
That's the fun part of Manipulus.
Yeah. I was like, hey, things are looking up. I got grass. It's weak, but I got grass. Limited encounters, but whatever. We're here. We're living. All right, so this starts our rock type fights here, which having grass is just gonna save us a bunch of time. as opposed to me using Ember and probably taking at least 3, if not more. We just wipe out the Geodude in one shot with some free XP. Yeah, at least it's not like BDSP. And I was going to bring up BDSP a little bit later when we start getting into spinners, but yeah, it's good to talk about now as well. There is some, yeah, you could end up with encounters and also be playing BDSP, which would just be the ultimate bad. All right, there we are. That's a trainer defeated, and we can, as long as I can get this escape rope without too much issue, yes, we can get out of here.
Did we explain why you're getting all this EXP specifically?
No, we did not.
So Chimchar is one of those lucky starter Pokemon that actually evolves pretty early. It evolves at level 14 to Monferno, and Monferno basically means you cannot lose to Rock, because Monferno is the classic fire fighting type. So all the rock moves that Roar can do nothing to you. Immediately get Mach Punch, which is a priority fighting move as soon as you evolve, and you can just kind of punch your way through Roar, no problem. And it's very, very safe outside of the final Pokemon, which can troll you, but with all the execution.
Yeah, and not to mention, so I did take the Pokemon Center here, so like even if I die on Roark, because I don't plan on saving in front of Roark coming up here, I'm at the Pokemon Center. It's gonna be fine. Like I'll just walk back up and it'll be okay.
Yeah, the center is a very good marathon strat, especially because of how slow saving is in Gen 4. Very punishing to have to save in a marathon run. So seconds off the bat, your first save. Never a good timing.
Which if you remember, I saved in front of the very scary Starly fight earlier, so that took a while, and I don't want to have to do that as all the time if I can avoid it. Please? Thank you. Oh my gosh. Absolutely trolled by movement. There we go. I got there. I don't know why I decided to take that way either. That was more me used to skipping that first gen trainer, but I decided to take the long way. I don't know.
Yeah, your EXP route will vary depending on your hidden power, so sometimes you're not really used to doing certain things anyway.
Yeah. I'm not exactly. I can't remember who put this table that I'm looking at together, but basically, I'm looking at a table here that outlines each type of hidden power, and then it outlines like 5 or so different routes based off the hidden power that you received. And I'm kind of using that as a loose guide as to how I'm going to play it up to Roark. Which is very, very handy to do. Like I said, this section of the run feels like a randomizer.
Yeah.
So, here we are, level 14. Now, if my hidden power was not good, I would be getting, because I'm about to evolve into Monferno, just like Etchy said. I'm about to get Mach Punch, just like Etchy said. And if my hidden power was not good, I'd be teaching over hidden power for sure. But because my hidden power is solid in terms of typing, I'm going to teach over Taunt instead. So I have hidden power, Ember, and Mach Punch at my disposal. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time, hopefully.
Yeah, Taunt basically only has utility for Onyx. And we're just gonna destroy Onyx. So.
Yeah.
Yes. The reason being. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Screech is what you really don't want to see.
That's the main thing you don't want to see.
Granados has 125 base attack, I believe.
Yes.
So getting Screech, having your defense lowered going into that will just destroy you.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're unfamiliar, if you're watching, you're not overly familiar with the movesets, Screech is a move that rapidly lowers your defense. When we use Taunt, it makes it so Onyx has to use a physical-based move. So it will either try to use Screech and fail, or it will just elect to use Rock Slide. I forget what Rock move is, but it will elect to use that instead. That's probably right. Again, I got the panel over there, and they know probably more than I do. I'm just along for the ride. All right. So Geodude goes down. Love to see it. Onyx hopefully will go down, I think, as well in one shot. Maybe, if it doesn't, it's going to heal, and then we'll give it another go.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Okay, cool. Very good. And we're going to use Leer on this Granados here, just to be absolutely safe. Actually, my panel of experts there, do we think it would kill without Leer? I don't think it would. I don't think it would.
If I had my notes, I would give you an answer.
Same.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna use it.
Yeah.
I'm at full health anyway. The risk is very minimal.
The Leer is nice because if you do miss the range, that Bork's always going to heal it. That's really, like, healing is just so slow in this game, so you don't want to see it or avoid it.
Oh, okay, interesting. So he's gonna heal here, right? That's enough.
Yeah,
or
below
it?
50%.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, below 50. So I'll just use a bonus layer here and see if that helps. And then that should take it out. I'm pretty sure. Wow.
You'd have to knock punch it, yeah, because hidden power is special.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm so not used to having a good hidden power.
Yeah.
that I forgot that.
Like, it's so rare to get grass because it's like 1 in 15, 14.
I think.
Yeah.
It's like you're never prepared for this scenario, so yeah.
Yeah, it's 1 in 15, and then I feel like in every marathon run I always get flying. I feel like I get flying.
The
every
worst
time.
one, yeah.
Yeah. It's so brutal. Either way, we got through it. We went into that fight full health, and we got pretty good move selection. So we wasted some time, but you know we had fun doing it. So that's all we care about.
My favorite hidden power to get is when you get to the Starly and it doesn't have any effect on them. So it's either ghost or ground, and you're super excited that's going to be ground because it's really useful, and then you find out it's ghost later, and you're just like, oh, well, that's not good.
Yeah, you think you got a 50-50 shot, but it's usually like 90-10, something like that. Okay, so we're gonna get a couple supers, and then we're gonna use the rest of our money and get rebels, just because, as you can imagine, we don't want to deal with encounters. And supers, I honestly have not had to use potions much, so my healing items are looking real good right now, so I am excited about that. But, you know, I'm not gonna just assume that it's gonna be fine, because it probably won't be.
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice. Once you're past work, there's only 3 bad fights remaining for the next, like, 30 minutes, so it's not really that bad, and usually the fights are nice, too. I feel like the ones that's least nice is just the forest double, but other than that, the rest of them seem pretty okay.
Okay, so now that we've gotten through the rock, the rock type stuff, we can get rid of this hidden power. It's not gonna be overly useful to us anymore. And we need rock smash to get through some sections, that are just being blocked by rocks. So we'll need that. It will have at least one battle use that I can think of potentially. And then we're gonna head back this way so we can take the route north of Jubilife. And I'm not gonna hit this last. I'm not gonna hit her. Okay, good. Because I have walked as you can see, my weakest part of Pokemon speedrunning by far for myself personally is movement. I struggle with movement a lot. I don't know if it's a fat thumb disease, like disorder that I got going on, or whatever you want to call it, but I struggle.
It's definitely a thing that's every PSR runner, I feel like, has. Like, maybe top level runners, like our person Etchy here, doesn't have any issues or whatever, but no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But no, for real, it really is a thing with everybody.
Gen 4 is definitely one of the hardest movement-wise. Definitely takes a lot of, like, getting used to. And especially once you work in the bike stuff later, which will be a lot of fun when we get to that. It's pretty tough to like be as optimal as possible.
Personally, Gen 4 is actually my favorite movement. Just because of so many different things you can be able to do. You can be able to manip different things with stuff, and the movement is mostly with the D-pad, so you have to be able to control yourself. As in most other games, I feel like it's not as good personally. But that's just my personal opinion. I actually really like Gen 4 movement, so.
Oh yeah. And this is, so as of right now, I've run 3 different gens, 1, 4, and 8. And it doesn't matter the game I struggle with. It doesn't matter. So I have trouble in all. But I do tend to agree. The Gen 4 movement does feel like good and snappy to me personally, but it doesn't make it any easier for me.
Exactly. No, it doesn't look like it's gonna be easier, but yeah.
Speaking of, so we shouted out BDSP earlier, which has a notorious issue with spinners, and we're going to encounter the first spinners of the run here coming up. And this is where my movement skills can be improved for sure. So we'll see. This run, as routed, has 4 spinners. and we're gonna obviously hope to pass all of them. They're all, besides one of them, even if you do hit them, kind of fast. They're not that,
Yeah.
detrimental to hit. It's obviously still slower, but wait, no, I want to go. Nope. Shoot. Nope. All right, go ahead. All right, there we go. So we're gonna repel here, and then we're gonna be careful not to use B. There we go. Now we're gonna hit the sign 2 times. There we go.
There we go.
That's called not manipulation in my non-manip run. There we go. Get this antidote for free,
Yeah.
and then use Rock Smash.
If you want details on what just happened there, I'll try to be really brief with it, but basically, every X amount of frames, spinners have a chance to spin, and we take advantage of that by doing certain movements that take the same amount of frames, or a little bit, or approximately around the same amount of frames. And if we time it with the menu press, you can see what just happened there, where Konception did the menu press, and you saw the spinner turn at the exact same time. So you want to basically use that to like stop yourself and not go for it. And if they don't spin when you flash the menu like that, then you know you're safe. And the ways you can do that is either the movement, like Konception was doing, where you just move 1 tile forward, or you can do like 2 turn frames. And there's some other stuff you can do with the bike, and it's different in Heart Gold and blah 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 blah. That's your 5-second explanation.
Now this trainer I did hit, not a spinner, but my thumb slipped off, and instead of turning left like I wanted to, I kept going straight, and I hit the trainer. So that's what happens to me, ultimately. But yeah, so a little extra XP.
I don't know if this gives you the extra level in time for Perugly. No, not Perugly. Perugly?
Probably in Mars, yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you get enough EXP, you can actually get something nice for you for Mars's fight. But this is a pretty chill spinner to hit, just because it's 2 bug type Pokemon. We have Ember, not a big deal.
Yeah. So an optional. So far, 0 for 2 on spinners, which is good, but hit an optional. So might as well just hit a spinner at that point.
Yeah, the spinner part's what matters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
Yeah, that's the skill. And then I celebrated and then slipped my thumb. There we go. All right, I'm gonna pick up this cherry berry just because it can make things a little bit easier going forward. There are at least two key spots, like I mentioned, that can have some pretty terrible paralysis to deal with. And I'm gonna equip one in advance at some point just to make it, if I do get paralyzed, it gets healed off immediately. So I won't have to worry about it. Just some marathon for safety stuff. These 2 fights are inconsequential. Nothing happens here. We're just gonna Ember to win while we fight through these galactic goons.
Cool. While you do these inconsequential fights, a reminder that we are this marathon this weekend, going all day today and tomorrow, is benefiting the Tennessee Equality Project Foundation. They have a ton of cool incentives that you can check out. If you want to know more about the charity, there's information, I believe, in the About Me section as well. And definitely check all that out. There's a lot of cool incentives for the runs coming up, like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, Colo, XD, Emerald, all that. Like every game on the planet, we got it. And then we also have one more donation from Anonymous. $25, thank you so much. And they just say, Leafeon.
So,
Not positive, not negative, just existing.
Just a neutral statement of Leafeon.
yeah, so it seems like we have a fight in chat with either Leafeon, bad Leafeon, or good Leafeon. So I mean, if you want to contribute to that,
I don't have a normal Leafeon plush at home, but I do have a Ditto as Leafeon plush. I'll have to bring that tomorrow so we can be fully prepared for this war.
yes.
Yes, I think it is important. And for this one, keep in mind that Leafeon is simultaneously good and bad. Because it is me, but it is also my rival. But we don't have to deal with a rival really anymore, so. Alright, so we got through these fights. We're gonna head to Valley Windworks after this. And then we'll be trying to dodge our 3rd spinner, hopefully. And then getting ready to fight Mars. And Mars can be a little bit annoying. It's not usually like dangerous, but like if you want to do it fast, it can be annoying. So it's all dependent on the Zubat she leads with, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. All right, so heading on over. Yeah, Valley Windworks makes me think of a lot of different things. Obviously, we got Drifloon. Drifloon spawns over here, right? Drifloon spawns here, occasionally. And then I also think very fondly of the Snorlax, no, the Munchlax run that she did, because we get the Munchlax over here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Makes me think of that. Fond memories.
It was a good time. I still need to research how honey actually works, because everything on the internet is wrong. But that's cool. But do it again someday.
And you can apply that advice to everything, by the way.
Wait 6 hours for a Munchlax to appear on a honey tree.
Yeah.
Which, you know, who doesn't want to be a part of that?
And guess what? It wasn't even 6 hours.
It took
was
longer
Batman.
for no reason.
Longer.
Yeah.
Ultimate speedrunning.
Yes.
So while Conception does this pass here, I lied. We don't actually have a link to the TEP in the About Me. We'll get that added. But for those who don't know about it, the TEP Foundation provides a variety of educational and organizing programming. They have registered 364 voters online since October 2017. Provide workshops called Advocacy 101 across the states so that more people can engage their elected officials. They monitor and analyze state legislation related to the LGBTQ community, gather stories, and as a whole, the TEP advocates for the equal rights of LGBTQ people in Tennessee. They do it through legislative advocacy. That means like lobbying the Tennessee General Assembly, local governments, and making sure voices are heard when there's important federal issues like anti-LGBTQ adoption. So definitely a cool cause. You can read more about them on their website. And that's what we're going to be raising money for this entire weekend.
Yeah, incredible cause, just absolutely incredible. Can't stress enough how important it is to raise money for causes like this right now. Like it's urgent, it's necessary. If you have the ability to donate, please do so. Okay, like we got that. I was on my soapbox and I forgot to look at what the help was. But we're good. We got through. We're okay. All right, so here's the Purugly here. This is what I alluded to. Could have some Rock Smash usage. We're gonna lead with Rock Smash in the hopes that we get the defense ball that can come from Rock Smash, saving us a turn. Come on, nope, we're gonna Leer instead. Yep. So yeah, if we get that defense ball here, saves us a turn potentially, because I don't believe Mach Punch would kill from half. So we're gonna Mach Punch now, and that should be good. But that fight was still overall pretty good. The only thing that could have been on faster was the Rock Smash. The Zubat can be particularly. Yeah, the Zubat is usually where I end up struggling here, because you Ember, and then usually, you know, it's random, but I almost always do. I get Toxic, and then I get Poisoned, then I got to heal off the Poison, and then the Ember didn't do enough damage anyway, so I got a Mach Punch to save a turn so it doesn't heal, blah, blah, blah. Lots of options.
Yeah, the Zubat's definitely the worst part of that fight, just in terms of like randomly creating time loss out of thin air.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Purugly's pretty chill, and you just have opportunities to save more time to get that 50 drop from Rock Smash. Yeah.
All right, so exiting Valley Wind works now. We can get on the move here. We're gonna walk up here. I'm gonna equip that berry that I picked up just for safety. To our Leafeon, of course, and then we're going to use our Repel. And then we're going to pass our last spinner, hopefully. Nope. Come on. This is the worst one to hit, by the way.
Yeah.
So I did hit it.
Hidden Power Grass. And a bunch of like super things. Or I think it's just
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I think it's just, if I remember correctly, it's 4 Geodudes. But I didn't want to have to remember, so I didn't. I passed them. Okay, so we're in Eternal Forest here, which introduces an interesting mechanic here. So if my health was particularly low, I didn't have a lot of healing items. I didn't. Oops. I talked to Cheryl twice. I didn't have, say, a paralyzed heal for some reason. Like I elected not to buy one, or I got rid of it or something. What I could have done here is let the Repel run out, take an encounter on purpose, because whenever you have a companion in this game, anytime you hit a battle of any kind, it could be a random battle, a random encounter, or a trainer, you will heal to full and heal all status effects immediately after. So that is a neat little thing that can happen. Luckily enough, my health is okay. I have the items I need. I'm feeling pretty good right now, so we're just gonna go for it. But this is one of the fights that can get particularly scary in terms of the paralysis, mainly because of this Pachirisu here.
Yeah, Pachi has a bunch of different moves, and AI is more intelligent in double battle. It's not random, so will generally get trolled more often than not by it. It's weird, it's not the same as like Platinum AI, where basically never see buy. Here you can actually see buy from Pachirisu, and that's what you want to see, because it just means you. The worst case scenario is just getting paralyzed repeatedly by Pachirisu getting locked up. And Chansey likes to waste time and be really slow, so never get time. But we get Flame Wheel now, a good fire move, yay!
Ooh, I was real thrown off as to where I needed to put it, because I'm so used to having Mach Punch in the first slot because my hidden power is almost always back. So.
Yeah.
I was like, where do I go? I don't remember. Okay, so
really good. Hit Chansey there.
Yeah, the spark going to Chansey there is really, really good. Let's see here. Silcoon, like if we needed to heal, this turn wouldn't have been a bad one, ultimately. Silcoon obviously can't do too much to us. The Beautifly is kind of the scarier turn if you had to heal for some reason, because Beautifly can really mess you up. But, we got right by it, so it's all good. Now it's just you and me, Pachirisu, and this Chansey.
You and me and this Chansey build the only downside of Chansey getting hit is like it's cool that it's taking damage free. The downside is now it can use soft foiled. Just incredibly slow, and it just did it there. Good Chansey. Close.
So close.
I was like, ooh, Chansey actually gonna be a real chat here, but
Chansey hit
not
like
enough.
3 egg bombs on that Patchy. That's not bad at all.
That is not.
Yeah, I'll take that. That still was a relatively good fight, all things considered. Didn't get paralyzed for one. And now, like I mentioned, because we entered a battle of any kind, we're going into this next double battle with full health. Not that it particularly matters. It's 2 Abras, and neither of which are very scary to us. So not too bad.
You normally get Flame Wheel on this fight, right?
I think if I had delayed or like didn't take a lot of extra XP, then I probably would get Flame Wheel in this fight. Like if I had gone a little bit more risky with my grass type strats, I'd probably get it here. But because when I do practice marathon runs, I'm used to getting it on the Pachirisu fight, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it's
standard.
It's really nice to have Flame Wheel for this fight, because now you just one-shot the Abras, don't have to worry about anything. Ember doesn't really do enough, and fighting it's not really effective. So.
I almost used Ember by accident. So Chansey, tried to use Egg Bomb there. If you get lucky, I believe on the Chansey as well as the movie, Chansey can actually one-shot an Abra with a crit Egg Bomb as well. I have had it happen one time.
Gosh.
One exact time. And if it doesn't crit, you'd rather it miss. It's just faster.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so just move on. Okay, we're gonna use a Repel here. And even though we use a Repel, one interesting thing I always like to point out here, even though we're using a Repel, we like to optimize our movement to still be in as little grass as possible.
Yes.
As you can, if you look very, very carefully, you can see there's these little lags that happen while I'm walking through the grass, and that is because on a tile where I would have hit an encounter had I not used a Repel, it has a little lag. So if I walk in the least amount of grass that I possibly can, it still saves me ever so slightly a little bit of time. All right, so now we're in Eterna. We head right on over to the gym in Gardenia, which, as you can imagine, goes pretty well for us being a grass-type gym. One of the key reasons why Chimchar is the faster of the 3 to choose at the beginning.
And something that's always interesting between a lot of people always remember Platinum, but Diamond and Pearl and Platinum have different gyms. There's one of the specific gyms that's completely different in Platinum versus Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl, you have to find the 4 trainers to be able to watch their meeting at the end. Whereas Platinum, it has the spinning wheel, and you have to go through each different area to make the wheel spin a different way to find all the different trainers. So yeah, it's one of those specific places that it changes.
Yeah, as is a great point. I have very little platinum experience. I keep wanting to get platinum. It wasn't one that I owned as a child.
Yes.
And but the problem is that it is like every other Pokemon game, it has ballooned in price.
Yeah.
So I can't afford getting a copy. Yeah.
Me and Etchy both have run a lot. I feel like, especially me, I've run Platinum a lot more than I have Diamond and Pearl. So like, I always see the differences between the two, especially when BDSP came out. I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna have this. Oh no, that was only in Platinum. Oh, this is gonna have this. Oh, that was only in Platinum. So like, there's a lot of different things that you kind of learn the nuances of either Diamond or Platinum.
Yes, absolutely. One fun thing. Now, disclaimer. Last time I mentioned this, it didn't go the way I planned, but because of my stats. But one little tiny, ever so small optimization you can do in this fight specifically. There's 3 Voodoos. The second Voodoo, you can Ember instead of Flame Wheel. It saves you the text difference between Ember and Inflating Wheel, which is like, I don't know, 5 letters or something like that. Last marathon run I did this, I used Ember and this Voodoo did not die. So, alright,
no.
we're good. Yeah. So it did not make it faster. Luckily I didn't get hit with like, I don't know, sleeper. What I don't even know what moves this Voodoo has, to be honest. So I did. It was relatively inconsequential, but I looked like a fool. You know, my reputation was tarnished.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, we just flame wheel to win pretty much the entirety of this whole trip, including Gardenia, with the exception of her Roserade at the end.
This is basically the entire, like, Monferno is just so busted for Diamond Pearl. It's just so stupid how good it is. Like, it's just perfectly suited to deal with everything. Both in the run and also in the so that's why in Glitchless we also still use Chimchar the whole way. The strats are pretty different, but the early game is basically the same as the glitch route for Manip, where you're just using Grass and Empower and destroying everything. And it turns out fire fighting is just perfect for everything. Plat kind of neutralizes a lot of Chimchar's advantages in this game by just removing a lot of the bug types you fight early on. But it's still pretty good.
Yeah, pretty solid. My personal headcanon is like, well, we didn't put any fire Pokemon in this game, really, so the one we did, let's make it super duper good.
Exactly.
Honestly, that's like a big reason too why Inferno or Inape the being decent. There's just like very few things that are gonna not be into its moveset by the end of the game. So you're gonna get Grass Knot for coverage from this gym, you have close combat, fire type moves, you have everything.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so last gym trainer we have to fight. That is oops, I used Ember. That is the downside of this gym, is that you have to fight all of the trainers as opposed to being able to walk around one or two. But you know, ultimately it's fine. It's really not that big of a deal. I used Ember just to throw for content a little bit. I just wanted to extend this run ever so slightly. I did it for you, and I did it for the Tennessee Quality Project Foundation.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so we're gonna hit level 22, and then we're gonna go into the Gardenia fight. There is a little bit of variance that can occur in this fight, depending on how good your Chimchar is, really. It starts with a Cherubi. Usually a Cherubi is fine. I think maybe one time I've encountered not killing the Cherubi one shot, and I think it was like the most garbage of Chimchars I could have received. Then we get to the Turtwig. Now Turtwig has Reflect, and Turtwig can live easily depending on your stats. Even in the Manipped category of this, I believe it is a 15 out of 16 range. Obviously we come in a little lower level here, but it's a 15 out of 16 range to kill the Turtwig in one shot. So that can be a slightly beefy Turtwig. We hope we one-shot it with our little extra experience and our stats, which seem to be okay from what I can tell. And then if that is fine, we head into the Roserade fight, which is usually okay. Roserade can poison us and paralyze us, I think, or it might just be poison. But can troll us a little bit because we do got to use Leer to be able to take it out one shot. Come on. All right, got Razor Leaf. Okay, we take that. We take that.
Yeah, then they were good. Yeah.
And even if you do get Reflect, we do have Ember, which is a special attacking move, so you can just kind of force with that, and it's not the end of the world. It's just slow.
Yeah.
And don't let that one little bit of health left on that Turtwig lure you into a false sense of security and use Ember instead of Flame Wheel. Use Flame Wheel because it's gonna heal. That's how it works. All right, so we're going to. All right, so we're going in. We're going to use Leer here, and stun spore. Okay. Oh, missed anyway. Okay, I was gonna say that would have been fine because I had the cherry berry equipped still anyway. I never had to use it. So
Yeah.
would have been okay.
This rosary can be a bit of a pain, especially if you get paralyzed. And the grass knot can do a decent amount sometimes, so you have to worry about that with your special defense. So like, there's a lot of different things that you kind of have to worry about. Even though, like you said, this is a grass gym, there still are some variances that could hurt you. So.
Yes. But aside from the Turtwig trolling us a little bit, pretty solidly lucky fight. Alright, and so Leafeon conquers the grass gym with ease, which is not something that's supposed to happen, but it did happen. And then we're going to head into the Galactic building coming up here. We're gonna say hi to Cynthia, who's gonna give us a cut so we can get in. Interesting point of order. Well, I can talk about it now because all we're gonna be doing is moving anyway towards that goal. But interesting point of order here. Depending on how my health looked after this Gardenia fight, if I was in Blaze, I could teach Cut over a different move depending. I'm trying to think off the top of my head because it never happens. I think it's over Leer. I think I could teach it if I was in Blaze. That way I could use Ember throughout the tower, save us a little bit of time on text. We're not in Blaze. We're probably not going to be in Blaze. And if we got in Blaze, it would be Jupiter, who's at the top of the tower anyway. So it's not going to be worth it for us to keep Ember. We're going to get rid of it. We're going to use Flame Wheel instead.
Yeah, the only real ways to get Blaze are if you take one hit from Roserade and it's a crit, or if you get poisoned. And poison's actually pretty cool because you can control exactly what Blaze you get into by just healing at the right time, or at least getting pretty close to what you want. And Cut's actually not like a bad move either, because Cut is only 3 letters, and it's also a normal type move. So if there are places where you can use it to kill a Pokemon, it's actually faster than using Ember or like Squirtle. But you'll see that more so in Manips, because our attack's really good, so you can get away with that. Harder to do.
Yep, exactly. So we could take these 2 trainers as a double battle if we wanted to. Not a good idea, mainly because this grunt in particular has a Glameow that can be a little trolly. And we also don't have a companion to really do that, so we'd be taking all kinds of damage, which we don't want to do. So we fight these individually. And this Glameow, optimally, we can just take out in one shot and it's fine, but it has Fake Out, which I coincidentally get all the time. Let's see if I get it here. Hey, I didn't get it. Nice. I almost always get faked out here. It just wastes a turn. It's not dangerous. It just slows me down a little bit. Didn't get it this time, so that's cool. But yeah, we're just gonna be fighting through all the way up to Jupiter, and we're gonna be. It's just Flame Wheel to win at this point. We're gonna be Flame Wheeling everything all the way up until the Jupiter's last Pokemon's come down. Where we're still gonna Flame Wheel to win, but we gotta switch it up ever so slightly. Luckily enough, almost entirely of all the trainers that we fight, luckily or unluckily, depending on how you look at it, they are bug types. Luckily, because we can defeat them easily. Unluckily, because we keep getting all the super effective tests. We're plowing right on.
While you go through these battles, I have a donation here.
Yeah.
Also from Anonymous. They have donated $20, thank you very much, and they say, Leah Spin.
It could be anyone. I don't know who it could have been.
And
it could be anyone.
So. Oh whoa.
Oh whoa.
All right, let me check on the status of our incentives for the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire run. There's a lot of them. So right now, we have Leafeon Sucks leading both the Kyogre and the Groudon incentive. So if you want to prevent that, you can fix that. Oh, refresh. Okay. They still no. You have to go. That's right. You accept those.
Okay, now it did.
Oh no, it's not showing.
Well, it takes a second to show up for some reason. Yeah. So like, whenever our donation tracker, it shows the donation, but then it sometimes takes a little bit to actually go into the incentive categories.
In this instance, I think I screwed up.
All right, well, we do have another $50. Okay. Oh, can you fix it? Yeah, no, can you fix that?
Okay.
So you want okay. Well, we have $50 from Corbin May.
Who?
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Corbin
exactly.
May. Corbin May says, like if you think Latos is cool, share if you enjoy Kyogre. So we can see a like or share in the chat, depending on your preference there, or both. Feel free. Thank you everyone who's donated so far. Appreciate
Sound
all
off
the
in the
support.
chat. All right, I see share. All right, last trainer here that we're gonna fight before Jupiter, who is the boss of this building, I guess, if you want to call it that. I'm gonna heal. And I'm gonna heal using two. No, I'm just gonna use the super potion. I don't have to fight anything else, presumably. I don't know why I was gonna use 2 potions, but yeah, I'm gonna heal here. The main reason is I have a little bit of trauma. One time I was on a really good PB pace in this category. I came in with like 50 something health. I fought the Zubat, who used Wing Attack and crit me to death from 50.
Wow.
And lost PB there. So I don't want to deal with that. No, thank you.
Yeah, this fight are kind of brutal either way with the Zubat and so
Tank.
this fight could be
There's that. Of course I missed the range, but we got bite, so we're doing okay. Alright, so a great instance of what Etchy just said there. Cut is the perfect move to use here. There you go.
There you go.
Done.
Technically,
And then we go into Skunk Tank.
a very minor thing in DS games, kind of like think about it, is the fact that you don't lose time for picking different moves, whereas like in other games where you have to use the D-pad to select the move, you have to like cursor down over to it. Because you can only just move your stylus and matter. Reach is
like
a little scary if you get crit here and you get something as nice plus high crit chance.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna double Leer here because that didn't look good for me.
That's minus
So let's see what happens.
-4 is incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
That's not
This
great.
is gonna be
Just hit, easy. There you go.
Yeah. I don't. It doesn't matter if you just hit.
Exactly.
It's fine if you just hit. It's okay.
It's just hit, yeah, just hit.
Yeah.
So
You just have to will it into existence. You have to have the mental fortitude.
So if Konception did not hit that flame wheel, that could have ended very badly because it's -4 and his accuracy is wrong. So it could have very well gone bad.
It sure could have. And by the way, did not heal in Eternity. We would be all the way back in Oreburg.
Yeah.
So I'd have to walk my
So you would
little butt back
very
all the
long,
way
yeah.
somehow. Yeah. Walk of shame, if you will.
Yes.
So we have theoretically don't want to get everyone's hopes up. Theoretically, finished our last fight of the run.
Yes.
you're now the champion.
You're now the champion.
Technically, I'm the champion. Technically, I'm the best there ever was.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do some cleanup here so we can get the fight. Now, I will warn my panel of experts here. I'm gonna take this very safe.
Okay, yeah, so that's fine.
And like super safe, probably safer than most people would take it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what
So
we're
we can go ahead and
we're
explain
gonna
it.
be going into tweaking here, which is the main glitch that we use to. Oops, I hit yes. So let's get a little extra text about the underground. Tweaking is the main glitch that we use to glitch into the void and get us to the end of the run. There's technically 2 tweaks that you can do to speed this up. I'm not going to do the first one. I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
It saves about 45 seconds optimally, if I'm not mistaken, to do it. But it puts you in a little bit of danger of hitting an extra trainer. And like I said, what's my biggest weakness? Movement. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll take the extra 45 seconds. We're in good shape. So.
So there's basically, like he said, there's two different versions that you can be able to do. There's usually the route you do here, and then there's also you do it in a couple other cities as well. And basically, what it does is there's load lines that you basically cross, and it completely goes off the map, and the game has no idea what to do. So it's really interesting whenever we get to those things that
Exactly.
do not look like they go. That do not look like they belong there.
Yes, exactly. So the first tweak I could have done is directly on the cycling road bridge there. I could have tweaked across some low lines, but because movement is my weakness, I most often not only do not get it the first time, I usually end up hitting a trainer or something, doing something silly. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna let Lucas talk to me about the DS Seeker a little bit. And then I'm just going to do the last one. And if you are also paying very careful attention, so this bike in this gen has 2 speeds. I took the cycling road in the slower speed because sometimes I get a little happy and I end up flying off the handle a little bit and hitting trainers I don't want to. So we take it absolutely safe.
We've all been there.
Yes.
Yep.
Gen 4 bike goes.
Yes, it really does go fast. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if we can get this tweak, and I'm gonna do the easier tweak here as well. There's another tweak you can do. I think I got it. Let's see. Yep.
Yeah, that was perfect. You're
Oh
good.
yeah, that was good. So yeah,
And then
as you see,
I
we're
slow
still
myself down
technically
here.
in Jubilife City, but we're in the route. Why are we in the route?
Yeah, this is strange.
Yeah,
This is
see,
strange.
that's Jubilife City right there.
Yeah, so
but
there's 2 different
we're
tweaks you
doing
can
weird
do.
stuff.
The first one's the faster one. It's a lot more dangerous. It's very easy to soft lock your game, or not soft lock, hard lock your game. And you're forced to do like a console reset. Basically, you do it at full bike speed and do a really fast left-right movement type thing. Otherwise, you have to do what Konception did there. Much easier, much safer, and you don't have to worry about lining up yourself correctly because you have full vision. But now we're inside. What?
I slipped off my Jeep patch, shut my DS off.
Oh,
Oh no!
I thought you messed up. I was like,
thought you
wait,
did too.
what'd you do?
I've never done that, and I've never done that playing the DS my whole life, I don't think.
Well, that was the best
I
time to do it because
Yeah,
you already
was.
saved.
Get
So.
saved and
Yeah, it
go
was
back.
it was fine. It was fine to do it there.
That's just funny.
I don't know why that happened. All right. Anyways, yeah, we're in the void.
yeah,
and we're. Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, yeah, now we're in the void, and we can kind of just go wherever. We have a specific movement that we, just because, if we don't, then we could just end up in some random place. But there's actually a path that we take. Like for instance, right now we're in the Veilstone Shore, as you can see. So we save here, and then we reset the game, and then guess what? I don't think anybody will guess where we're at now. No, but you go from here and you go, I think if I'm not mistaken, like 2 or 3 steps to the left, and then
Yeah, just
go
one.
from there.
Just one.
Oh, just one. There you go. Now look where we are. We're in the Pokemon League. And then you
But it's
save
not done yet.
again.
One more save for the fans here.
Yeah.
And then,
And
just like
then
that, we load up the game. It takes a while, but we're gonna
Yep.
get there.
we're gonna get there.
Somehow, I'm talking to nobody, but I am wildly succeeding.
And look. Who's that? That's Rowan and Cynthia.
Yeah, and I don't think I have to tell y'all over there on the tech side, but time is coming up very shortly.
Ghost time.
There we go. Our Leafeon Monferno
You did
owned
it!
by Leafeon.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my goodness.
There it is. Time.
All because of
all because of
Leafeon! Your Leafeon ID is. Oh my gosh, GG!
We did it. We did it. Yes, we did. That is
That's what I call
Pokemon Pearl.
poggers.
Yeah.
Yes. Pokemon Pearl, any percent Manipulus. Yeah, this run is very fun. We said it near the beginning of the run, but if you're watching and you're somebody who enjoys Pokemon speedrun, you're speedrunning, and you're thinking about trying to jump in somewhere, but you don't know where because it might look a little intimidating to you or what have you, this is a really good run to do. I basically outlined what is the easy route, like the beginner route for you, so you can kind of get an idea of what that looks like. It's not a lot of dangerous stuff, so highly suggest checking out this run if you're interested in learning a Pokemon speedrun. It's a really good one to do.
And it's one of the shortest. It's one of the shortest speed runs that we have in VSR, so that's awesome. Yeah.
And as you can see, it can vary wildly in times. Now, this was an okay time. A 1:11 is not terrible.
That's really good
especially
for a marathon.
I hit
For a marathon,
yeah,
well,
I hit a trainer, and I can't spell and all that. So it's a good time. But 120 is still pretty. Like I could push 120 sometimes, depending on how unlucky I get. Yeah, that variance is there. But yeah, thanks to the PSR diversity team for putting on this event. Thanks to everyone who's donated so far to the Tennessee Equality Project Foundation. Continue to enjoy the marathon and get your donations in for this incredible cause. Like I said at the beginning, I really wish I could have been there in Chicago in person, but life finds a way, as it always does. So next time, if we end up doing something like this, I will try my best to prioritize being there. I got to meet a good chunk of you at Midwest last year.
Yeah.
And I hope that I'll get to see you guys soon. I'm going to be at SGDQ, so if you're going to be there, I'll see you there.
All right, sounds good.
And then, just enjoy the marathon, and thanks for having me. Shout out to everyone making this work behind the scenes tech-wise. In person plus tech is not an easy thing to do, so thank you for doing it. No, easy every time. But yeah, thank you for having me.